Hello, everybody. I want to welcome you to the first day of May, which is Friday, May 1st, 2025. Okay, now I want to make a brief record based on how this week has been going. Now, we have established a bearish weekly USD and a bearish daily USD, right? Okay, now going over to the 4 hourly, it is quite ranging. If you look at the whole price action, what is going on here, it has formed a lower low, now a higher low. This could be deemed a trend change pattern if it breaks this previous high right over here, at which the price level it is at the moment. All right, so going on to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour chart, I'm seeing an ascending triangle with a bearish breakout. Then all of a sudden we have a return. Now the price has hit this previous level of resistance and have reacted off it down to this place. Then it has been range trading between this and this level of support and resistance. Okay, now coming to this particular one, we can say the price is bullish at this price action of the USD index. Equally weighted index, the 1 hour chart, is bullish at the point. So we can establish that in the 4 hourly and in the 1 hourly, the USD is bullish. It directly means that Euro USD that you are seeing here should be bearish. Aussie USD is bearish. AU USD is bearish. Then pound dollar is bearish too. Meanwhile, dollar Swiss is expected to be bullish. Dollar CAD is expected to be bullish, and dollar yen is expected to be bullish. So now this is the 4 hourly. Coming down to the 1 hourly, we can see, remember, our USD is bullish. Here supposed to have a clear bearish trend, right? Okay, so we have a descending triangle instead of an ascending triangle in the other one. Then we have a bullish breakout, but it did not sustain. It's now at the previous low and about to break the low and continue downwards. Okay, we can say it is bearish. Okay, now going to the but it is go back again to the Euro USD. It is not satisfyingly bearish. It's not satisfyingly bearish. We don't have a clear setup right here. If we swim down into details, the 15 minutes time frame, you can see price moved, break the trend moving average. Price keep ranging between the moving average. Then it gives us a sign of a strong bearish momentum here. Coming down to break it again, it's still saying we are in a range. So then coming down here with a force after this particular level here, after breaking this level with a high bearish momentum, then coming down to the moving average, it didn't break the moving average. So we can consider this our setup, right? From here to here, put our fib. You see that at this area of resistance, a bit support that now turned resistance, we can say here is our setup. The fib lies with the identified support and resistance. The now turned resistance is identified to be at the 61.8% fib level, and the moving average is aligned properly, and there is a trend line right here that we can draw that also aligns with our point of contact, then the price turned bearish at this point and went further down. Okay, that is a trade missed, right? Okay, so let's reverse all this stuff. Okay, going down to the Australian dollar, Aussie dollar. We don't have a clear formation here, so we pass. New Zealand dollar, we also don't have a clear formation right here. But if we go down into the 15 minutes time frame, maybe there's something to be held here. When we know that the dollar is stronger, so anything that has the USD in its counter currency instead of the base should be bearish, right? Okay, so if you look at here, we can identify a setup here, but that's not a strong setup per se. I wouldn't count this as a setup. There's nothing to be held here. It's not a very strong setup. Going to the 1 hourly of the CHF, we can identify the same thing, but it's not spectacularly bullish. It's not spectacularly clear of the trend, so we might as well pass. Dollar card, the Canadian dollar, we have not very good price action because it is ranging, then it broke price, and as if it's on a trend, it retained that range and it broke the range downwards again after forming a descending triangle, or I can deem it an asymmetric triangle or a descending triangle. It broke down, so we have an opportunity to look out for if it is going to retain this and do not break this particular support and resistance which we have drawn here. Then we have a trade short. Should we be having a trade short when the USD is long? So this is deceitful. We don't have to have that. Then going to the dollar yen. So we have found out that it's a pretty much let's say setup, because if you look at what the price action is doing here, this is a rising wedge. It's a rising wedge. There is a setup to be held here in this area, right? Okay, let's identify that after breaking this high, breaking the moving average, and breaking a prospective trend line coming down here, it went further with a high bullish momentum, retracing back into this support, then having a trend change confirmation here. I'm moving a bit forward, so this right here could be a little profit margin for us. Then what happened next? If we look at this place very well, the trend continued. That means the yen trended bullish clearly enough for us to get one trade. The second trade right here, this second move, this first move here, then we have a second move right here, before the momentum disappears, so then after having a double bottom here, after having double bottom here and a break of this previous level, a break of it, we had a setup right here. We were presented with this opportunity right here when the moving average formed a support after having to react to this level right here. There was a trend change confirmation pattern here, probably in the 15 minutes time frame, and it moved up. So this is a missed opportunity, right? This is a missed opportunity we had right here. All right. So all right, then going over to the um what do you call it, pound dollar. If you look at the pound dollar, it didn't give us any clear setup based on our parameters. Using it actually gave us something here. You see, after forming a double top, breaking that top to give us a strong bearish momentum. Now on retracing back, it did not break that what do you call it, that level of that moving average, but they continue. But there is no source to draw in, although we are in a support and resistance zone of the weekly time frame, right? So now we didn't get a very strong, will I say, it was a setup, but it was an incomplete setup, not based by a support and resistance level. So it now gave us an ascending triangle, right? We had an ascending triangle here. So then giving us a very strong bullish momentum, but the momentum was not sustained because it gives us a was not sustained, it was not retraced, it wasn't at all. So it broke down bearish. Now if we go to the 15 minutes time frame, we had some opportunities here. This is an descending triangle from the 1 hour time frame that we had. Then it was just breaking through the moving averages. Then it came down here with a strong bearish momentum, coming back up here. We had a very clear bearish setup right here. It did not break the moving average as at this time. Then it gave us a nice bearish move downwards. This is a trade we missed, right? So this is a trade we missed. It's fine to miss trade, and it's very good to identify these trades. Now the foundation of the whole thing is that I have to go to the METAF, right? Why is this hanging? Oh god. The global view on the financial market, which is a tool I have from this metaf.net, is giving me a very strong bias to focus on. Now if you look at the various time frames that we had, load up. Okay, now if you look at the various time frame that we had, the 1 hourly time frame, which is on a pullback phase from the daily bearish trend, and also in the pullback phase of the 4 hourly time frame. So we can establish a very strong, hold on, this stuff needs to load properly. You can establish, why is this thing keep going back? Okay. So we can perceive a very strong bullish momentum. If we go down to the 15 minutes or 15-minute time frame, let's see if we can have some trades here. Double bottom, scale through, no clear trend, no. I think yes, right over here, because from this low categorized to this high. All right, so uh no clear trend right over here, but when it comes to the 1 hourly, it was a clear bullish momentum. No, I will not say a bullish momentum, it is ranging actually here. If it happens to break through this, then we can now deem the USD bullish. But right now, it is in between. It is just breathing out of bearishness, right? It's just consolidating within that range. So we look forward to seeing what we can see as we continue to watch the market.